Yair Rodriguez, the young surgeon prospect on the verge of stardom, ready to fight and defend his Mexican crown, his conquistador, his armada, I think that's Spain, not Mexico, against Jeremy Stephens, the veteran brawler, 33 years of age, a lot of miles on him, but he's been through wars. He's always reinventing himself. He's always evolving. He trains with some of the best people out in California with Eric Del Fierro at the helm of it. Trains with Dominic Cruz, former bantamweight champion. Trains with the like of Phil Davis, Alexander Gustafsson, a top gym. Let's see how it goes. So Jeremy Stephens is going to be no slouch for Yair Rodriguez. And this is a big pressure event for Yair. He's in front of his family. As you can see, he's welcoming the home crowd using a silk flag. I actually really like that. Kisses and hugs his family members. Steps in there, all the emotions of the world. His last fight, he beat up in the final second with an amazing elbow. The Korean Zombie, knockout of the year. This was his next fight. A ton of pressure on him. Could he be the face of Mexico? Here we go. Okay, the two are feeling out each other. Who's going to get the better of one another? Who wants this more? A lot's on the line. Does Yair surge to be a top 5 contender and challenge Max Holloway for the featherweight belt? Does Jeremy Stephens regain himself, knock off those losses, get back into the win column, and beat Yair Rodriguez? No, it ended in a eye poke. Are you kidding me? Obviously, Mexico City, all the Mexican fans trying to support their guy Yair Rodriguez. They were not happy. They start throwing a ton of into the octagon. This was the scene you see in soccer. I haven't seen in baseball. We conduct ourselves better in America, right? The best part about this was the play-by-play commentator, Brendan Fitzgerald, was with Michael Bisping. He jumped under the desk. He was scared that some Poland Spring bottle might crack open his skull.
They came here to see Yair Rodriguez.
And the crowd are not happy.
So
Jeez Louise.
I'm going to just duck under the table here.
Yeah.
They came to see their guy, so I'm going to take cover. Whoever else can get under here. Susie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just got Modelo in the face. No, it's okay. I don't hide, Brendan.
I mean, I guess it's just a dry cleaning bill, but you hate to see it like this. I mean, I empathize with the fans.
It's progressed from Modelo to ice cubes to bottles.
¿Cómo están, bitches? Spanish language news is here. Tonight's top story: the sewers run red with Burgundy's blood. Yeah, yeah!
Bisping squares up with the crowd, says, "Hey, who the f wants a piece of the champ?" Nobody wanted a piece. Ended in an ugly scene. The worst part was for the Mexican fans. They didn't get that fight that they deserved. Yair Rodriguez, like I said, on the verge of stardom. It's unfortunate because I'm sure he put a lot of time into his training camp. The rumor is that Jeremy Stephens put $30,000 into his training camp. He moved to Mexico 5 weeks before the fight to get acclimated to the temperature, get used to the local scene, work on a couple things. Didn't work out. 15 seconds in. Nobody wants to see that. So anybody who's claiming that Jeremy Stephens out or this was his way to not fight potential superstar and not get his 3rd loss in a row, and why the F am I in somebody's home country? I might get shanked by the cartel. No. Jeremy Stephens is a brawler. He's a warrior. He's been in there with the best of the sport. That is not part of Jeremy's style. Trust me on this. Great job by referee Herb Dean giving Jeremy Stephens 5 minutes. They brought the doctors in there. Unfortunately, he still couldn't continue. But the beef continued. The next day in the hotel lobby, Yair Rodriguez approaches Jeremy Stephens. Neither fighter knew the camera was rolling. Fighters should not be pushing each other or approaching each other outside of the octagon, outside of the cage. We've seen what happened with Khabib Nurmagomedov last year with Conor McGregor. They rescheduled the fight October 12th in Boston. It's rescheduled. Much more hype behind it. Honestly, I can't wait to see this now. It's the co-main event for that Boston card, so it's going to get rowdy.